Hi, I'm Barbie Romero, Director of Event Programming at Media Post. Welcome to our Brand Insider series, Ask Me Anything. After each summit, we always get feedback from you guys that you make incredible connections and have great conversations. So we wanted to keep this going. Today we have Blake Johnson, Senior Director of Brand Marketing at CEC Entertainment, also known as Chuck E. Cheese. Blake, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Barbie.
So I wanted to mention that growing up, I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I never got the prizes I wanted. Do you have any fond memories growing up going to Chuck E. Cheese?
We got to get you back to get the prizes that you want. We got to make up for lost times. Yeah, birthdays. I've had I think 3 or 4 birthdays in a row there. Still is like the coolest place to have your birthday party as a kid. But birthdays was my entry point into Chuck E. Cheese for sure.
Yeah, I recall going to some birthdays too. I don't think my parents ever hosted one, but yeah,
Yeah, my parents hosted because I was asking them to go to Chuck E. Cheese all the time, especially for my birthday. But I'd been to many a birthday there over the years, not only my own, but nieces and nephews and friends' kids.
mm,
So coming to this brand was kind of a natural fit for me.
very cool. So you were at our QSR summit in June in New Orleans, and I remember you did a presentation about like brand refreshes, and
Yeah,
I know it's a very daunting task for a lot of marketers. They don't know where to start. There's a lot of moving parts to this. So do you have any advice for marketers looking like even to like concept idea, like even to get, let's say they just think their brand is a little, dated, like how do they get this process started?
yeah. No, I've done this many times over, and like spoke about in New Orleans, and we're doing it with Chuck E. Cheese. We're kind of in the middle of that process right now. Chuck E. Cheese is almost 50 years old, so we've got a lot of history, a lot of lore. We've been around as part of a many a different generation, but it's about time, in 2024, that we modernize with the modern child, right? But I think if you zoom out 30,000 feet at the base level, it's know your brand, know what makes it special, know what makes it resonate with your fans in the first place, right? Don't try to lean into something that you're not, hop on trends that kind of change or deviate you too far from where you're at. The world already has plenty of other brands that are too similar, right? Be unique and lean into what makes your unique brand, you know, unique and sets it apart. I think that's the biggest thing is lean hard into what you do really well. You can update the brand, but you really need to not deviate from what makes your brand special in the first place.
Yeah, that's great. I see that you also partner with a lot of other brands like NASCAR. How do you guys pick those partners? Yeah, like a lot of these probably like overlap with your target, and it's staying true to what you said, like knowing your brand. So how do you pick these partners?
We have a really talented team, a partnership and licensing team at Chuck E. We're not just a restaurant, we're not just a family entertainment center. We're kind of an IP, right? We've got Chucky and his Make Believe Man and all of these characters to play with. So we've got a really great team here at CEC Entertainment that kind of fields all that and sets up those partnerships. They get contacted all the time, or they'll reach out to folks, to different brands, for different opportunities. And ultimately, kind of the smell test for us, it's got to be a good brand fit for our audience, which primarily is 5-year-olds, right? Young kids and families. So it has to make sense from that standpoint. And we always want to make sure our partnerships are authentic to who we are and that they're really endemic extensions of the brand. They don't just come out of left field, or we've slapped a logo next to our logo and it's a partnership. It really has to be an organic extension of the brand and make sense in the ecosystem. And NASCAR is a great example of that. And Hendricks Motorsports was because that's viewership with families is huge, and it's a great family entertainment destination to go to a NASCAR race. Same with Chuck E. Cheese. So it was kind of a natural extension of our brand to partner with them.
And so one of the partnerships that you've done is one that's called, it's a tongue twister, sensory sensitive Sundays. I was trying to not mess that up. So I think it's a great concept that you have. I have a friend that has autistic kids. I don't know if she's aware about this, but I will let her know after this call to take
Yeah,
her to Chuck E. Cheese. So, how do you reach those consumers by doing these kind of partnerships to reach special needs?
for sure. Yeah, I mean, Chuck E. Cheese at its core base is where a kid can be a kid, and we really take seriously where any kid can be a kid, right? We're all inclusive um of every, every type of child. We're global, and we want to be the destination for all kids, where they can feel comfortable. And so when this partnership came about with Autism Speaks and creating this sensory sensitive Sunday, we'll dim the lights, we'll turn the loud music off, and we'll open a couple hours early on second Sunday of the month. When that came about, there's a variety of ways that we can put that out there, right? So we've advertised, we do special events and partnerships with Autism Speaks. So in the month of April for Autism Awareness Month, we'll do special event activations. Coming up in October for Bootacular, that's our big Halloween event every year. We'll do special activations where we'll open up a couple hours early, a couple Sundays of the month. We've got an email list that you can sign up for if you go to our website and go to Sensory Sensitive Sundays. You can sign up for an email list and get special alerts of when those events are coming up, and then other topics that might affect that community. And then just social media is a big one for us. We've got a huge social following, and that's an especially large online community that we tap into to get that message out. But we love it. We just also partnered with ASDC for American Sign Language too. Again, being all inclusive. So we've got a brand new show featuring sign language and other things that we're doing to partner with them too. So all in an effort just to be as inclusive as possible.
That's great. And talking about inclusivity, I now see you include adults in your grown-up menu. Very curious to hear if you would ever shut down Chuck E. Cheese for adults to play, or think about it in the future.
Maybe, wink, wink. Maybe we've talked about it. Ultimately, we're the place where a kid can be a kid, right? We're built for families, of course. But our core audience, again, is a 5-year-old. So while we actually have some fun throwback fun centers out there. Like there's one in Nanuet, New York, that just reopened. That's all themed early 2000s. So it's kind of a throwback to Chuck E. Cheese of before, because we've got a lot of fans that love the animatronics and some other things that are from our history for those millennials. But we know who we are, right? And who we serve. That's little kids. But we might do some fun activations in the future. So stay tuned.
Very cool. I'll need to go to the one that you said was, I forgot what town you mentioned, but
In
it,
Nanuet, yeah, in New York.
okay, because I live in New York. I don't know how far that is from me. So
And nothing is preventing you from coming to any Chuck E. Cheese party. You can always
I
be a
want
kid if you want to.
I want to reminisce the early 2000s because that's when I grew. That's when I went to
You
Chuck E. Cheese
came,
as a kid.
came of
So
age.
yeah.
All right, so you should definitely go. We've got like retro candy. We play retro music. We've still got the animatronics. It still looks like the early 2000s. On Thursdays, we do a special Throwback Thursday, special offer on pizzas and games. So it's a fun place if
Oh,
you're a millennial like me.
yeah, that's awesome. All right, so we're already on the part of the show where we ask you rapid fire questions.
Okay,
Reminders,
I'm
one,
ready.
these are quick answers, one word only. So sounds like you're ready. So
Okay.
what shows are you streaming right now?
So we're like 10 years late on this show trend, but we're watching The Handmaid's Tale, and we're binging it. So I'm kind of like always in a bad mood, I guess, because it's frightening, it's cathartic, it's intense. But we can't stop watching it. But again, we're like 10 years too late.
Don't worry, I do that. I do the same thing with shows too. I still haven't watched Friends, so
Whoa,
we'll
okay.
we'll move on from that question. All right. So your first job out of college.
In restaurants, of course, right? It's in my blood. So specifically, I was working for, if you remember Johnny Carino's, I was working for them doing training and communications and traveling Texas and Oklahoma and some other kind of Southwest states. Obviously, it's in my blood. So restaurants is where it was at.
Nice. And the coolest redemption item you've seen at Chuck E. Cheese. And this is a trick question. I don't know if you know how many tickets. Do you guys do the ticket system anymore? How many tickets it takes to get that?
The coolest like prize.
Yeah.
There's been some cool ones. We've got a giant like stuffed pizza, which is currently like the top. That's what every kid wants. It's like kind of almost like 3 feet tall, and that's a lot of tickets. Um, we've got some cool ones. I mean, we're constantly rotating our merch wall. We've got a for October, we've got for Bootacker, we've got a collectible Chucky vampire. He's coming back. So that'll be a big ticket item. Just in terms of giveaways too, we've given away some really cool stuff. Like we're about to give away over 1,000 birthday parties nationwide in September for our big day of birthday celebration. We are the birthday capital of the universe, right? We've celebrated 20 million birthday parties. So that's pretty cool. In February, we gave away over 50 million e-tickets to about 1,000 lucky winners nationwide. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, come check out our prize wall. We're updating it pretty much every couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'll have to go check out that giant pizza.
I'll
And
I'll I'll save one for you.
then finally, talking about pizza, would you ever put pineapple on pizza?
Yes. I am team pineapple all the way. I don't get the ick with this specific topic. Like it's a must for me.
I'm married to an
But
Italian, so he's like completely against it. It's like a
no, no,
big
no. Pineapple's good. But also douse your pizza in hot sauce. That's the way to my heart.
hot sauce. All right.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, Blake, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your candid responses.
Thanks, Barbie. This was great.
And thank you to the audience for tuning in. If you have any questions for our next AMA or would like to be featured yourself, please contact me at barbie@mediapost.com. Have a good one.